Cyber attacks are on the rise. Terms like ransomware and phishing have come into our everyday language. And industrial espionage, where a business competitor seeks to gain an advantage over a rival, is becoming increasingly technological. French President Emmanuel Macron says that one way to defend the EU is to ensure that the data of European companies remains on European servers. But is this really possible? The lack of any EU tech giants like Google or Alibaba to host data could dramatically slow down Macron's idea. And this risks leaving Europe trailing behind countries like the US and China.
In Europe, you don't have those big companies like a Google, like an Amazon, like a Microsoft, like a Facebook, that allow us to use all those wonderful internet services using European companies. And for the moment, we are using US-based companies, but that will change in the future. How will we on European level cope with that?
One way to ensure people's security is to accept having less online anonymity. If this was to happen, it would essentially mean a digital ID for surfing the internet, so cyber attacks would in theory be more traceable. Just last week, the Commission laid out proposals like this for a European digital identity.
We should implement much more layers of security that, for instance, based on the digital identity. If I want to visit a website, a recipe for the barbecue, I don't care that the owner is not known of that website. But if I want to leave my credit card or my personal data on a website, I prefer that it is a website where the owner has a certificate like extended validation certificate or identity validated certificate.
The European Parliament is debating this week recent cyber attacks, including on the European Medicines Agency some weeks ago now. The incoming Slovenian Council presidency will also make cybersecurity a priority, but Brussels has paid attention to online threats for some years now.
The EU has been developing a consistent policy, one that always goes in one direction, that is, to be able to prevent and respond to such attacks. How does the European Union do it, you might ask? Well, establishing a system of cybersecurity coordination centers located in all member states is one way. Within a few months also, Brussels will for the first time approve a joint unit to deal with cyber attacks.
MEPs are also debating online abuse this week to see how it can be prevented and dealt with when necessary. Christopher Pitchers, Euronews, Brussels.